for Mahonason's 66th commencement exercises. Before we begin, I would like to direct your attention to the empty chair behind me, adorned with flowers and Mahonason regalia right here in the front row. The chair is left empty to help us remember students past and present who passed away prior to reaching their high school graduation. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now please join me in welcoming the members of the class of 2025, Daniel Barnes and Amelia Maksudi.
Good morning, and thank you to our families and your administration for being in attendance today at Mahonason's 2025 high school graduation.
Our fellow graduates have spent 12 years working towards this moment, each one with their very own set of circumstances. And now, after overcoming their unique obstacles in life, each student dons their caps and gowns and sits here in front of you, eager for opportunities beyond Mahonason.
To the students, you should be extremely proud of yourselves. And no matter what path each of us take, I hope you remember how far you have come, how much farther hard work and persistence take you.
It won't always be easy. There will be some days where it feels like everything is against you. In times like those, you need to sink or swim. And from this day forward, it is up for you to decide which one to take.
Choose wisely. And congratulations to the class of 2025. Now please welcome members of our select choir performing our alma mater.
Things of My Very Own is a local nonprofit located right in downtown Schenectady. Its mission is to support children in crisis, more specifically, those escaping abusive or neglected situations. Things of My Very Own has already helped over 50,000 people, starting up in 2008. And it has already spread across 11 counties throughout the capital region. Children brought into this program are often leaving everything behind in an instant. This nonprofit not only gives them clothing and essentials, it gives them dignity, comfort, and a chance to begin healing. This donation is more than a financial aid. It's a message. Not only us, the class of 2025, but the Mahonason community, stand for compassion, for community, and for hope. Three things that we believe are not only important to express in our community, but also in our world, as we're faced with the climate today. We believe that hope goes a long way, and this is our senior year. Thank you.
Now please join me in welcoming our classmate and commencement speaker, Lexi Thayer.
Members of the Board of Education, faculty and administrators, family, friends, and members of the class of 2025. Do you ever have days that seem to never end? No matter how much you wish for time to pass, you're still in that classroom, watching the clock slowly tick as you anticipate the ringing of the final bell. I'm certain we've all been there, and for many of us, that final bell does not indicate the end of our day. After that seemingly endless day of school, you have to go directly to your practice, rehearsal, or other commitment. Oftentimes, you wish for these activities to end as well, despite the fact they're hobbies you signed up for and you enjoy. You should never dread doing the things you love, no matter how tired or stressed you may be. These activities should be a place of peace and happiness, not one of stress. Graduates and future graduates, I advise you to never wish your time away. If you do, it may cause you to miss moments that could potentially be what you're looking back at years into the future. If your mindset is always, I'm too tired, I don't want to be here, or I wish this day would end already, you can miss out on making memories that could last a lifetime. This leads me to my first piece of advice. Live in the moment. Try to enjoy each and every minute, and I promise there will never be a dull day. If you're too busy thinking about something that already happened or anticipating what will happen, you'll miss out on the moment you're in. There are parts of every day to appreciate, and you'll be more at peace if you look for them. Focusing too much on the past or the future will cause opportunities to pass you by. My second piece of advice, look for the positives. This ties into the idea of living in the moment because it's very easy to get consumed by all of the negative occurrences or worries of life. But there's always a bright side if you look for it. Here's an analogy I've come across that provided me with a different perspective. You can't have a rainbow without sun and rain. To me, this means you can't learn and grow without both good and bad occurrences. The bad occurrences help you to learn how to overcome adversity, and the good ones are what encourage you to continue trying to grow. My next piece of advice is do things that scare you. Now, I'm not saying do anything dangerous or illegal, but if fear is holding you back from something you really want to do, just go and do it. Push past the fear, because who cares if you look a little silly or make a few mistakes? If it brings you happiness, why would you want to keep that from yourself? If you're at a dance and you know you really can't dance, but you know you have fun doing it, do it. If you think you might know the answer but are scared of being wrong, answer it anyway. There's no harm in trying, and people aren't going to remember the next day. Even if they do, your primary focus should not be on the opinions of others. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Maybe not everyone will love you, but that's okay. The right people will, and you'll know who those people are because they're the people who will encourage and uplift you. Those are the people that matter, the people you want in your life. I encourage you to try and be that person for others. Which leads me to my final piece of advice, and the most important. Don't be afraid to be kind. Being kind can go a long way. Not only will it make another person happy, but it will feel good for you as well. If you notice someone who is struggling, lift them up. Never laugh at the struggles of another person. And if you notice someone else's, I advise you to speak out. Be kind to people who have wronged you. If someone did something to hurt you, it will serve you better in the future if you continue to be kind. Senior class, this is not the end. Rather, it is the very beginning. So much more is to come, and I know each and every one of you has the potential to end up in great places. As you all continue on your journey, I hope that you remember to enjoy all of the little things. You wouldn't see the big picture without them. I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Make it the best one you've written. Always remember to live in the moment, look for the positives, do things that scare you, and never be afraid to be kind. Now please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Shannon Shine.
starting right where Lexi left off, be kind to people who deserve it and people who don't deserve it. Mark Twain once noted that kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Also, remember that it's often better to be kind than it is to be right. Number 9, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Don't just say this, do it. It's harder than it sounds. That's why it's one of the 2 great commandments which Jesus taught. Number 8, serve others. You've heard that it's better to give than to receive. This is true. Explore the paradox of accumulation via dissemination by serving others. Number 7, balance your life. Friends, family, church, school, work, play, hobbies, service, whatever takes up your time and attention should be balanced. You become what you repeatedly do. Number 6, laugh frequently and heartily, especially at yourself. A sense of humor lends perspective to almost anything. In the book of Proverbs we find, laughter doeth as a good medicine, a fact to which even secular physicians will readily attest. Number 5, prioritize. Since you become a combination of the things that you repeatedly do, choose wisely and make it a point in your life to allocate time to what really matters. Number 4, make your avocation your vocation, if at all possible. Figure out what you're passionate about, and then, if you can, make it a full-time job. In either event, be passionate about your work and your personal life. This is a choice and does not depend on external circumstances. Number 3, forgive even the unforgivable. Anger, bitterness, resentment, and regret are cancerous, and they can damage or destroy you. Do not give them a foothold in your heart. Number 2, praise liberally. Tell people you care about them, or appreciate them, or love them whenever you can. Today might be a good day. Express your gratitude in the moment. Genuine compliments and appreciation restore and strengthen our hearts and breed hope. Number 1, and most importantly, love unconditionally. Congratulations, graduates. It has been my pleasure to serve you. Graduation Symphonic Orchestra and members of the Select Choir performing Weekend Dream.
Board of Education, Superintendent Shine, and all of Navianna's faculty and staff who have supported my class and I throughout the past 4 years. Without you all, none of us would be here today, and your efforts are greatly appreciated. All right, now that we got that out of the way, I feel really, really bad for my parents. When I was 16 and a half, I, like most teenagers, took my driver's test. Although I was nervous, I thankfully passed on my first try. However, things took a turn for the worst, and I hit a car backing out of my girlfriend's driveway. Then, not even 3 weeks later, I hit another car trying to park in the Crunch Fitness parking lot. My dad was so pissed at me, and it was definitely a blow to my ego. As a consequence of my fantastic driving skills, I got my keys taken away. In the moment, it was extremely frustrating, but now that I look back on it, I'm really happy it happened. It served as an opportunity for me to self-reflect and change my ways, so in the future, I can approach driving more aware and confident. Just like my automotive adventures, graduation serves as an opportunity for all of us to change. As a high schooler, many things in our lives are not in our control. Our parents' rules, where we live, what jobs we work, and so much more. We've gotten used to going with the flow in our daily lives, things have become routine, and we haven't gotten the chance to know anything different. We have been mindlessly driving down the same road for years with the backseat driver directing our every turn. However, today marks the very day that this monotonous routine ends. All of our paths will be different. Some of us will go to college, some will go to trade school, and some will even begin working. But the one thing we all have in common is that many aspects of our lives are coming to an end. This chapter is closing, and that comes with immense change. That backseat driver will no longer be there, and we will have to direct ourselves on what exits we want to take. Women's rights activist and English philosopher Mary Wollstonecraft once said, "Nothing is so painful to the human mind as a great and sudden change." In other words, great change can be scary, stressful, and confusing. I know in our case, many of us face a lot of uncertainty regarding our futures. We are unsure whether or not we chose the right college or the right career path to pursue. Despite this, I urge you all to follow your intuition. Do what feels right to you and choose to surround yourself with those that will impact your drive through life positively. However, don't expect the drive to be completely smooth. When I drive to school in the morning, there is a questionably high amount of potholes I just cannot seem to avoid. Seriously, why are there so many potholes about it? I'm trying to get consistent on my car system, and I definitely don't think I can afford to fix that. Regardless, in order to get to my destination, I'm going to get at least one bump in the road. As in life, we cannot avoid all potholes. It's necessary to face them and even embrace them, so when something in our car breaks, we can fix it and make it even better than before. With all of this in mind, my advice to you is to just enjoy the ride. It may not be perfect or what you expected, but everything happens for a reason and serves a purpose. Just know that you are in control of the wheel and capable of changing whatever may or may not serve you well. So, once again, I'd like to thank Navianna's faculty, staff, Board of Education, and Superintendent Sean. We appreciate you driving with us, but please get out of the car now. We have places to go. Please welcome our fabulous high school principal, Mr. Chandler.
Good morning, graduates, parents, faculty, and friends. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you all for being here today, especially you, parents, who have lived through approximately 720